like to facilitate the creation of legislation?
Twitch chat brain. I would like to facilitate the creation of legislation that holds people accountable for the actions that they do online. I don't know if I should get into the details because it might rattle some folks, but yes. But yes.
This would never happen.
I think there are some companies that I'm going to message, or not companies, organizations that are involved with certain causes, and I'll be like, listen, if you ever need someone to, I'm your girl.
There was 2 threads. Okay, let's look at this. We'll start off.
Because I think if you want to pass a bill, you usually go in front of a group of politicians and you explain your cause. Like, I'll do it. I will do it.
So she said that people got mad at her. What happened? Poki wants to facilitate legislation against online users. Poki wants stricter prosecution of distribution and possession of revenge porn. What she was actually talking about. So I guess like this was the original clip that got like clipped out of context or something. Is that what happened? What's your take on the right to be anonymous online? I don't think that's what she's talking about. Anyway, look, here's the thing. I don't think this would happen. I don't think this is, but if there is a way to get this, there's a way to get this done. I guess like going through corporations is the smart route. I think she's smart to like not even try to fucking directly go to legislators because legislators have no fucking no power, but corporate lobbyists do. They could use this as a brownie point for themselves or something. But ultimately, I don't even know what the take is. Like, I want to understand what she wants to legislate.
CP is illegal. Illegal to have, like on your PC or anything. And I think there's only now starting to become like certain legislation against things like revenge porn or whatever. I've had so many girls message me and they're like, oh, my ex like leaked my photos and I feel like I need to disappear off the face of the earth, like I'm so heartbroken, blah blah blah. I think it should be illegal to even have on your phone, on your PC, on your anything, photos of someone that like they don't consent to having. And I think there aren't enough examples of people being punished for that. Like, people spread that shit in high school like it's nothing. Well, I guess, I mean, like, if it is illegal, we need to enforce that a bit.
So, she's talking about CP, which is child porn, and then talking about revenge porn, right? And both of them are illegal, okay, for the record. Both of them are illegal. And if you're talking about high school, revenge porn can fall into the category of CP as well, for the record. And as a matter of fact, legislation in that regard is a little bit murky and sometimes a little overbearing. Okay? Like, even if it's consensual nudes that, like, 2 high school students sent to one another, it can still be prosecuted sometimes as CP, which is unacceptable and kind of fucked up. But as far as, like, revenge porn goes, possession of revenge porn, just like possession of child pornography, is only enforceable at the level of distribution, because there is no like broad net of people that are like looking into every single person's computer all the time and figuring out if there's CP there. No, that's why they tackle CP at the distribution level in the same way that they tackle revenge porn at the distribution level. There's no way to like surveil every single computer. I mean, there might be in the future, and I hope there isn't, by the way. I do think that that would be a horrible idea. To literally monitor every single thing that you're doing on your fucking computer is insane. There's already backdoors and shit, which is fucked up. But as far as revenge porn goes, yes, I think it's completely unethical. And I do think that luckily there are some laws against it now, even though the prosecutorial aspect of it or the actual like investigation aspect of it is still insanely dehumanizing. Okay. it is ridiculous. Like, and they don't do a good job of like genuinely investigating that. So in that regard, I think it's definitely an area that needs improvement. It happens. People don't understand. People don't understand like the internet yet completely. Our legislators certainly don't. They're like 700 years old. But as far as like revenge porn goes, the NSA actively does monitor everything. It's not a problem as if they do it actively. It's readily available data that is provided when asked for by government bodies. Yes, but we're talking about like there's probably CP in people's computers right now, and the government does not know. Okay? I mean, the probability of that is very high. Just like there is also a very high likelihood that people are in possession of revenge porn. But the only way that you can tackle the problem with CP and tackle the problem of revenge porn is at the point of distribution. That's why the FBI is the largest holder of child pornography on the fucking planet, basically. They were running the biggest CP website on the fucking planet because they would prosecute every single person that they distributed the CP to. Okay? And there's like a level of that's an ethical conundrum that you can think about as well. That is kind of it's a interesting situation, right? Like the FBI is like regulating the CP. How do they get the possession of the CP? Is it ethical for them to maintain this CP? Is it ethical for them to fucking spread it around? Ultimately, with like pedophiles, watching it before they're arrested. However, like I said, it can only be investigated at the point of distribution, when a pedophile like the Duggar guy, right, that we looked at the other day, when he downloads it off of a website, boom, all of a sudden they're flagged, and now an investigation is being conducted. You can't really do that with revenge porn in the same way. But I think they should do that with revenge porn in the same way, and I think that's precisely what Pokimane is. That's what she's talking about here as well. How is it revenge porn if it's not being distributed? No, I think that's what she's saying is like revenge porn. When you are in possession of nudes of an ex, okay, who no longer consents to you having those nudes, and you decide to post it, or you decide to share it, you decide to show it with people, that is illegal. That is technically illegal. Okay? You are distributing pornographic material that you do not have the right to own any longer. Okay? No, it's not. It is absolutely illegal. You are wrong. That is when it becomes revenge porn. What the fuck are you talking about? You cannot upload an ex of yours, photographs, naked photographs, onto a website. I mean, unfortunately, there isn't a lot of great investigations being conducted on this, but you can't do that. That is technically illegal. There was a point in time when it wasn't illegal. It's not illegal to possess, though. CP is illegal to even possess. No, I understand that. But while CP is illegal to possess, the maintenance of that, or the investigation of whether or not someone has CP, is still being conducted at the point of distribution. Do you get it? Back in the day, revenge porn was not even illegal. There were websites specifically dedicated to revenge porn. Okay? We have watched a video on Hunter Moore, I think his name was, like the guy who had the revenge porn website, like one of the biggest scumbags on the fucking planet, who literally had a website dedicated to distributing revenge porn. And that was where case precedent was actually was set against revenge porn, making it illegal to upload. Now, of course, Non-consensual pornography, i.e., revenge porn, and the distribution or of sexual or pornographic images of individuals without their consent, which can include images that were taken without the consent or knowledge of the other party, or images that were sent to you, okay, originally, but you no longer have consent to maintain, that you wish to, upload, okay? That is illegal in many states. As of March 2022, 48 states and Washington, D.C. have passed laws prohibiting the distribution and or production of non-consensual pornography. The two states without a law prohibiting the distribution or production of non-consensual pornography were Massachusetts and South Carolina. And also Wyoming. Even Alabama has one. Mississippi, South Carolina, Wyoming, and Massachusetts up in 2021. And now it's just Massachusetts and South Carolina, I guess. Anyway. And it's totally understandable for this law to exist in every fucking state because it's ridiculous. Chat doesn't get it. Use the 100 random citizens example. 1 in 100 random people has something illegal. How do you find the one without breaking laws with 99 other? It's a lot less simple than some chat thinks. I get the problem with distribution as consent was never given in the first place to distribute, but how can possession, which was consented to at some point, be problematic? I think the reason why possession is problematic is because of what we're talking about, right? We're talking about like you naked. There is always the option that this person now has to extort you. That person always has the option to potentially distribute it. That person has the option to show it to other people without like additional scrutiny from the law. Consent can always be revoked in sexual circumstances. You can always rescind consent. You can absolutely revoke consent. For those of you who do not understand, you can absolutely revoke consent. Okay? Someone could hack your computer, someone could steal your phone. Now they have access to it, you know what I mean? The most ethical way of dealing with pornographic materials that a partner has consensually sent you is by deleting them, for sure. If you send nudes, only send them if you get nudes in return. Mutually assured destruction. Yeah. As far as prosecution goes, I think it's basically the same as CP. The possession of CP is illegal. Possession of revenge porn is a little bit murkier. It's not like possession of CP, okay? But given the fact that the only way to prosecute this is through points of distribution, it's basically the law is basically almost the same. You know what I mean? Do you understand? Where like as it stands currently, if you distribute the revenge porn, or if you are trying to, I guess, like get the revenge, the opposite would be like trying to get the revenge porn, like getting the CP. Like it doesn't work that way, but it's still done from point of distribution. That's the most reliable way, yes. Not the only way, but the most reliable way to prosecute and to investigate child pornography, people who are owners of child pornography, people who are possessing child pornography. Um. Why would I ever delete nudes my girl consensually sends me? That's just crazy talk. Because what happens when she's no longer your girl? You know what I mean? We're not talking about your girlfriend consensually sending you nudes while you guys are in a relationship. We're talking about your ex-girlfriend. Especially if she's said, please don't, please delete my fucking nudes. All right, please delete my fucking nudes from your phone. All right, let's hear what XUC's take is on the matter now. I am not in favor of mass surveillance of every single person's phone, for the record. I think it's fucking ridiculous. Okay? I'm sure there will be a case about this brought to the Supreme Court in the next couple of years. They will somehow make the worst possible precedent. Probably. But also, I can see a situation where, like, for example, here's a situation where here's a situation where you are not in the wrong, but let's say legislation passes and, like, having revenge porn of an ex is made illegal. Okay, possession, not even distribution, but possession. Okay, just possession of it is made illegal. Let's say you are, charged with something and they had to look through your phone, right? They're conducting an investigation. Let's say they found nudes of your ex in that investigation. Let's say you didn't fucking actually, take the time out to delete it because you don't even remember that you have the nudes. Should you go to fucking prison? Should that be tacked on as a charge? I don't think so. So it is a little bit more difficult than it is a little bit more difficult than the way people make it out to be. Do you understand? Which is part of the reason why what do you call it? It's like hard to legislate. You know what I mean? Which is why I think, like, no, search warrants need to be narrowly scoped, in my opinion. Okay, but, like, the more I think about it, the more I realize, like, I don't know how the fuck you would legislate this beyond a point of distribution. You know what I mean? I don't think there is a reasonable method that does not encroach on people's like, I wouldn't say even their Fourth Amendment right, but, like, I don't think there is a reasonable way to investigate without truly violating Fourth Amendment rights, like mass surveillance. And I don't think that's a good idea. I am absolutely 100% against that.
Sent to having.
Oh, hell nah.
And I think there.
Oh, hell. Wait, hell nah. What are you guys even talking about? What are you talking about then? If you're your girlfriend and you film some hot shit, okay, bro, I got so much shit on my phone. Anyway, okay, listen, and you film some freaky shit, and then the second that you break up,
he's an artist, dude. He's slinging dick in that. He's like, you and your girlfriend film some freaky shit. He's like, come on. He's proud of it. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. Apple and Co. are using CSAM databases to see if users have CP on their phone. They could use the same technology, and should. No, didn't they fucking shelve that? That's actually that was also a violation of Fourth Amendment rights. They stopped doing that because like it was ridiculous to do that. I don't think you can do that, man. Please use the appropriate verbiage for this very serious topic. Us autistics are dying out here when you conflate possession of consented nudes to revenge porn. They're very different things and have strong definitions we should stick to. Yes, if your ex has consented to sending you a nude of herself, okay, then that is not revenge porn. If your ex has consented to you having those nudes beyond the relationship, then that is still not revenge porn. If your ex has consented to you having nudes of herself, that she is fine with you distributing it to other people, that is still not revenge porn. If your ex, however, has sent you nudes in a consensual manner, and after your breakup has said, please delete my nudes, you are no longer in possession of consensual nudes. Okay? You might not want to delete it, but ultimately you should not have possession of said nudes. Okay? That's it. If your ex has sent you consensual nudes and said you can have these, but don't distribute them, and you distribute them, that is revenge porn. If your ex consensually sent you nudes, you guys broke up, she didn't say anything, and you still distributed those nudes, that's revenge porn. You could and should go to jail for that. Okay? Understand. I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. It's not like, I don't think it's that like that crazy. Like top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. Okay. Pretty basic stuff. You know it already. I know it. We all know it. At the top of the hour, even if it's 15 minutes late, because we were talking about CP and I didn't want to do a fucking segue earlier. There's gonna be a 3-minute. There's gonna be a 3-minute ad break. Now, if you no longer want to see those ad breaks, okay. If you no longer want to see those ad breaks, then all you need to do is subscribe, which you can do for $5 or for free. It's unfortunately non-consensual. The ad breaks are. Well, I guess technically, you know, it's one of those things where you can't, or you don't have to, but you can basically no longer see those ads by subscribing for $5 or for free, or by getting gifted a sub if you're lucky. Distressed Ape, thank you for the 5 get the subs. DDLV 1988, thank you for the 5 get the subs, allowing 10 people to no longer see the ads. Here's the Distressed Ape. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. It ain't that hard to understand. It's about consent. Consent can be revoked at any time, just like sex. No means no. Delete means delete. Yep. Exactly. I don't understand it because it's like, for a lot of chatters, if you sent nudes to an ex, if you sent nudes to a girlfriend, and they have your fucking nudes, and you ask them to delete it, don't you want them to delete it? Like, I don't get it. Busy Cabsio, thank you for the 5. Burden or a gift, thank you for the 5 as well. Because if you say, I don't care, okay, but then you don't care. But what if you do care? Okay, well then you don't care. That's your personal preference, which I'm saying is fine. But if they care, then you have to abide by their wishes. Do you get it? Dana Rain, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Bernie Nard, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. It's like leaving shit at your exes and they refuse to give your shit back. It's a little bit more than that. I would say it's like, let's say your ex has your car. Okay? But worse than that. Let's say your ex refused to give your car back to you. But even worse than that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. And they constantly post about how they have your car and laugh at you. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I called the FBI. They're coming down they're coming down, bro. You can't do it. Dude, fast. It's coming. Like, what the fuck? To possess and shit like that? Like, hell nah, bro. I took that shit. What?
There aren't enough examples.
Really, out of respect, I took it. It's for my own consumption. Like, what the fuck? I took it. I'm the artist.
Of people being.
Bro, he did not say he's the artist, dude. He's saying he's the photographer. That's actually a very interesting take, though, because that does open up a new set of circumstances. What do you do when you take nude photographs of someone who consented to having nude photographs be taken of you, okay? I mean, even in photography, how does that work? Got to get a model release form. The social consequences of your nudes being leaked are much less for men than women. That is also true. Just got being done railed by ads. Sorry. Yeah, I think Apollonor, this is one of those instances where, like, I agree with you. I think the right thing to do is delete it, especially if they ask you to delete it. But if you distribute it, you should you should be prosecuted. Photographers always own the pictures, especially if there's release form signed when the models don't have anything. Really interested, though, in how that could work, how that would change with news. Maybe an extra clause in a contract would be necessary. Yeah. Just imagine it being your mom or sister or cousin. Now you cool with the revenge porn chat? I mean, these guys are freaks. A lot of people don't even think about it like that. You'll capture the imagination of a lot of people who are, like, not fucking full-blown freaks. But I'm sure there's plenty of people who would say, oh, well, you know, if they did that, then they're a slut and they deserve to have their fucking, pornographic material be out there. So that's you have to remember, like, there's a lot of dudes who are just, like, motivated by just a vendetta that they have towards women in general. My sex worker acquaintance recently pretty much forced someone to film some OnlyFans porn because they had to sign a contract and the other person wanted out. Made me feel like shit. Contractual entrapment into porn. Yeah, that's really fucked up. There's also clear-cut boundaries against that. Even though, of course, sex work is like, sex workers are at the cutting edge of consent. That is really fucked up. I know sex workers that have legitimately had issues with that. The fuck? That's probably not a real story. Come on, dude. Timothy, you are literally a sex worker. How have you never heard of this before? I mean, I know for a motherfucking fact. Like, I have friends who are sex workers. Oh, I mean, OnlyFans is a little bit different. You're right. But it is surprising that it happened on OnlyFans. But especially with, like, big production porn, like Japanese pornography, they're very strict and, like, will lock you into a contract even if you don't want to fucking do it, and will basically just say, like, you have to do this. Yeah, professional pornography is like kind of ruthless. Wait, holy shit, did they actually change it? New Japan law aims to help people pressured into porn. Oh, that's kind of good, actually. This was literally a problem, for the record. I know for a fact. I know from, like, private individuals that have told me that they've had issues with Japanese adult video producers. Also, while they're at it, they should, dude, I would earmark, dude, I would put some pork in this, okay? I would put some pork in this bill and literally just, like, secretly also make the dicks uncensored and make the pussies uncensored. I'm just saying, dude, think about it. This is a brilliant move because everyone is going to be on board with this thing and everyone else is secretly on board with the other thing. Just do it. Just do it one time. I'm just saying, dude. Can they also require a quota of jabs where the premise isn't creepy as fuck? Dude, now you're talking my language, okay? Because, like, for me, Jav has... Like, Jav could be so good, but it's so bad. It could be so fucking good. But unfortunately, it's so fucking bad. It's so, like... There's just no... It's just, like, sad. It's so sad. I don't know. Let's not talk about Jabs with that mustache. It's just so sad. It's like, I don't want to see someone not having a good time, dude. Like, it makes no sense to me. It just, like, what the fuck? Why are people fucking excited at the prospect of watching someone just straight up have a bad time? Yeah, I know uncensored jab is a thing, okay? They shoot it in the Philippines, okay? That's number one. Number two, uncensored jab, like, when they, like, depixelate the penis and the pussy, that sucks. It's always weird. It's like watching fucking deepfake porn or something. You really gonna come at me, a guy with this mustache, about fucking porn? Like, what are you, crazy? I know. That's decensored, not uncensored. Yeah, that shit sucks. It's not good. It's just not good. They like reconstruct the dick and pussy. Anyway, now that I have a better understanding of where Pokimane is coming from, or what I guess she's like, what she wants is less. What she wants is like revenge porn to be adequately prosecuted. I don't have an issue with that. If that extends into, like, you know, monitoring everyone's phones or something, if that's the way to do it, then no, I am not on board with it. But hey, there's a way to have a thoughtful conversation about this, and then there's a way to be like, Pokimane thinks she's AOC, fuck her. She's already privileged. What an entitled, privileged person. Talk about the inequality females are engaging in by showing titty on the platform or whatever the fuck. Then you're a psycho, okay? You're a freak. Chill the fuck out. I saw people taking Poki's take out of context saying, so she wants me to go to jail for calling her no makeup face ugly, like, ew. I wish there was, like, a lighter form of just social pressure that we could apply to people that do shit like that. But unfortunately, we still don't have it. Yeah, I like the idea we're discussing this as if Pokimane has the power to overturn 200 years of Fourth Amendment case law. Yeah, I mean, I think that's called bullying. Yeah. What? With every hair you pull like that, there's a chance that the open follicle closes and the hair will not grow again. It's recommended to stop pulling your hair like that. I used to do the same thing and my hair volume suffered because of it. Holy fuck, I'm never gonna do that. Pokey addressed the weirdos.
You say all these things knowing they will be clipped and posted, though. Why be surprised? I know it.
Dude, I hate these motherfuckers, yo. I hate that. I hate that, dude. You will never understand what it's like to be under fucking 24/7 scrutiny. Yes, I know that streamers are profoundly privileged, but like, come on, dude. Exercise a little bit of fucking, you know, critical thinking in that moment. That's crazy. Oh, well, people are going to misconstrue what you're saying. Sorry, everyone's going to clip chimp. What are you supposed to do then? Just fucking, like, only talk like this? Revenge porn bad. Government prosecute revenge porn. Moving on. I am now talking about something different. Like, is that how you're supposed to do it? No. Normal human beings, okay, have or try to do their goddamn best when they're speaking uninterrupted for fucking 8 hours at a time, okay? When there's a sea of people that are also trying to actively misunderstand what they're saying, and ultimately people are still going to be motivated by how uncharitable they are towards a particular streamer, specifically Pokimane, as a incredibly famous female content creator in a space that is dominated by men for the most part, in a space that's mostly watched by men for the most part. So obviously, no matter what happens, she's always going to get fucking clip chimped. The only way for her to avoid being clip chimped is basically by just not streaming, okay? That's it. That's the only way she can stop herself from being fucking clip chimped. I know this because I experienced this as well. Obviously, I don't get like the same level of fucking clip chimping. By the way, you want to know what's funny? I ran a 1-minute secret ad break that I do in the middle of the hour as soon as I said avoid. I did. I've just conditioned you motherfuckers at this point, like Pavlovian, dude. How is it a secret if you tell us? I want to flex.
It might come as a shock, but I actually don't stream expecting every little thought that I share with my community to be clipped and shipped and taken out of context or not or whatever. A lot of things are really just meant for my audience. And half of the stuff I say, no one gives a fuck about. Just random things do get, and that it just is what it is. So yeah, can you plant here? You.
Someone did that to you when you were talking about Aspen on a certain 3-letter subreddit. I mean, yeah, people do that all the time. Like one of the things that people love doing is like pitting streamers against one another because they like fancy themselves to be like puppeteers. Ooh, I'm the puppet master. Ooh, like it's like another way of basically interacting with the streamer, because people want to not only interact with the streamers, but they also want to change like something that's happening. Like they love drama and they want to change like the outcome of a streamer's life. That's why some people do the swatting shit, right? They're like, oh, I'm able to like fuck up the streamer's day personally. That's why some people just simply say awful things in the chat to get the person's attention, to get the streamer's attention, and also to derail the stream, and also like get some feedback out of that person, right? That's why a lot of people do it. I get it. It's like part of their fucking experience. Now, of course, I always maintain the position that there is a very good way to get my attention. I give that to you all the goddamn time, right? I give it to you all the fucking time. You can just be funny. Just be funny. Be funny, be entertaining, be a productive chatter. If I'm looking for like a specific clip, you can, send that. That's it. If you want the attention, you can get it in a positive way. A lot of streamers do this. Okay? You can have a thoughtful perspective on a matter that I will read out. Being funny is hard, you little shit. Well, you did it. That's kind of funny. You did a good job.